Writers use language that expresses their ideas concisely and precisely. Let's practice removing empty words like this, that, and there from our writing. Sometimes writers use words that aren't necessary to begin their sentences. When writers use too many unnecessary words, they begin to have a problem with wordiness in their writing, and it detracts from what they are trying to say. Sentences that start with this, that, or there are a signal that the writing is too wordy. When we repeatedly use words that don't hold meaning in our writing, our sentences become cluttered. Being wordy can cause readers to get lost in what we're trying to say. It's best to use words that are rich in meaning and express ideas concisely and precisely. When we begin sentences with words like this, that, and there, we can distract our readers from the real meaning of our sentence with wordiness. Let's look at a few examples. There are cakes that need to be baked. This sentence begins with there. There is an empty word that lacks meaning. Let's try removing there and make our sentence more concise. To do that, I'm going to begin my sentence with one of the most important words in it, cakes. Now my sentence reads, the cakes need to be baked. Much more precise. Try the next two sentences on your own. Remove that from the second sentence and this from the third. Press pause and then hit play when you are finished. Okay, great job. Let me share my revisions with you. In the second sentence, I removed that, and my sentence reads, our show was canceled because it is snowing. In the last sentence, I removed this, and my sentence now reads, homework shows our understanding. Removing those empty words makes my sentences sharp and precise without the wordiness. I started drafting a position paper about distracted driving. My goal was to persuade my reader to agree with me that distracted driving due to phones must stop. When I reread my draft, I noticed that using words like this, that, and there made my writing sound really cluttered. I don't want my reader to get lost in what I'm trying to say. I want to be really concise and get right to the point. Read my draft and see if you notice how the words this, that, and there make my writing sound wordy. Let's look at the first part of my draft and try to find these words. Then we can decide how we can remove them and make our writing more precise. Okay, let's underline some empty words. I see a there and a this. The first thing I'm going to ask myself is, can I unclutter my sentences by removing this, that, or there? I think I can. My sentence sounds a bit wordy, and I think I can get my idea across more precisely. Next, I ask, how can I reword the sentences to make my writing more concise? I think that I can actually combine the ideas that I have in the last two sentences and use just one sentence. Why am I choosing to do this? Well, I know that the this in the last sentence is actually referring to the people in the first sentence. I'm going to remove the there and this and write one solid sentence using words that hold meaning. Now, my sentence reads, distracted driving is a significant problem in our society today. One part of the problem is people, teens and adults, continuing to text while they drive. Wow, it's concise and precise. Pause the video and write down the revised sentences. Press play when you're done. Okay, here's the next section of my draft. Let's underline the this, that, and there words that we find. I see a there, a that, and a this. Now, try to remove these empty words and rewrite the sentences on your own. Remember to ask yourself, can I unclutter my sentences by removing this, that, or there? And how can I reword the sentences to make my writing more concise? Pause the video and then press play when you're done. Great job! I'll bet your sentence now contains words that hold more meaning. Listen to what I came up with for my revision. Talking on cell phones can distract drivers too. Laws are in place to stop this problem. However, these laws aren't necessarily effective. We need to increase awareness about the distracted driving dangers by using more public service announcements and statistics to get the word out. Removing those empty words helped unclutter my sentences and make them sound precise and sharp. Okay, here's the next section of my draft. Find the empty words and underline them on your practice sheet. Then rewrite this section on your own. Remember to ask yourself, can I unclutter my sentences by removing this, that, or there? And how can I reword the sentences to make my writing more concise? Pause the video and press play when you're finished. Nice job! Let me share my revision with you. More of a push to get people to stop focusing on their phones while driving will decrease the number of tragedies we see caused by distracted driving. I removed there and this, and now I have a concise and precise sentence. Okay, I've worked my way through my draft, asking myself, can I unclutter my sentences by removing this, that, or there? And how can I reword the sentences to make my writing more concise? Now my revision is complete. Pause the video to read my draft. Press play when you're done. Now it's your turn. Find the empty words in these sentences and then rewrite them using words that hold more meaning. Ask yourself, can I unclutter my sentences by removing this, that, or there? And how can I reword the sentences to make my writing more concise? Pause the video and rewrite the paragraph. Press play when you're done. Now it's your turn to edit your own writing. Find 2 sentences from your own draft and try removing this, that, or there. These are on your practice sheet. Remember to always use words that hold meaning to keep your writing concise and precise.